Let's go Matt Madness. Finish it with the UFC.
Okay, so Matt Madness, everyone. If you guys don't know, it is the NCAA Championship. It's a 3-day tournament. It starts on this exactly when March Madness starts.
Next Thursday.
Amazing event. Incredible. I went last year to Detroit, and we're going to break down. There's 10 weight classes in the NCAA, and we're going to break down all 10. Now we're going to start with 125. Now, 125, it's signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah, it's pretty much who's beaten Spencer.
The goal.
So this guy's winning it.
So check this out, Rafa. So this kid, Spencer Lee, he's been a phenom since he was 9 years old. Really good friends, by the way, with from the Cowboys. Our man,
Micah Parsons. So he goes to Penn State?
No, he goes to Iowa, but he's from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
That's where they're buddies.
Yeah.
They were childhood freaking friends.
They wrestled, I think. Didn't Micah Parsons wrestle
Yes,
as well?
Michael
there's a
Parsons.
video.
Shout out Cowboys.
Wow, awesome.
And he went to the Iowa. Anyways,
I did see that, yeah.
Spencer Lee last year. This is his fourth. He's going to go for his fourth championship
In a row.
In a row.
He's
But-
a senior this year? This is it?
Yes, he's like a 7th or 6th year senior. But what's amazing about him is that last year, before the Big Tens, he blew out his other knee. So he had 0, and the year before that, he blew out his knee and never had surgery.
Knee issues.
So he won last year his 3rd championship with 0 ACLs.
Wow.
And he did it. Everyone's like, something's wrong. He never said a word until he won it, and it's the best interview in the world. They're like, what's wrong? We can tell. He's like, well, I didn't want to say anything, but coach told me to say it. I blew out my knee again, and I just won a championship with 0 ACLs. And they're like, why didn't you say anything? He's like, because excuses are for wussies.
Wow.
So he just ruined it for every kid that ever did, like who sprained anything. It's
I feel like a pussy right now.
yeah, Spencer Lee is the epitome of he's the toughest guy on the planet, and 125 pounds, by the way.
His
Wow.
pain tolerance must be insane.
He's
Outrageous.
he's an animal. I mean, you could attest to that.
So he's locked in. He's going to win it.
He's gonna win it.
He's dominated all year. No one's really gotten that close. Maybe the kid from Purdue was.
Has he
up on him
lost the
for-
match? No.
he has
this year?
no. Freshman year, Nick Piccini from Oklahoma State.
Piccinini stuck him.
Yeah, stuck him.
Was that his freshman year or his sophomore year?
It might have been his sophomore year.
But he
Tomasello
hasn't-
beat him his freshman year.
But he hasn't lost.
This year he is not.
No.
He's
So
not even gotten close.
So he's not losing.
It's not even
No one's
close.
gotten
Okay.
any close. But he hasn't wrestled Pat Glory, and Pat Glory's on the EIWA on that side, and he's a 2 seed this weekend. The EIWA seeds were a little.
What? Oh, who got the
Outrageous.
number 1 seed?
I don't even know. No, that's at 33,
yeah,
and
you're right.
they gave Yanni a 2 seed too at
So
49.
let's give a shout out because Patrick Glory is a monster from Princeton. Super monster. That's going to be but do you know who the number 3 seed is, or the number 3rd ranked wrestler in the nation is? Our hometown hero who has been in this backyard.
Liam Cronin.
Mr. Liam Cronin is the
Big shout out to Servite High School.
Servite High School, Orange County. This kid,
Where does he wrestle now?
he wrestles
Nebraska.
at Nebraska. This kid, was one of the first kids in any sport. This kid started wrestling as a freshman in high school, and to make it where he's made it, like we saw him in Vegas. Great kid. We're rooting for him, but we are giving this to Spencer. And now let's go to 133, which is probably one of the most favorite weights, right? And you have RBY, who has actually been in this house as well.
Yeah, he's been in this backyard.
He's been in this backyard too, but RBY is Penn State. He is also going for his third?
I think. Yeah, third.
In a row?
Or no?
It might be in a row. Because he's been Dayton twice.
Oh yeah.
So this would be his third. Dayton Fix, who's for some reason the number 1 guy. They really screwed this whole
They
thing
haven't
up.
wrestled each other yet, huh?
They haven't wrestled.
year.
But I can't see anyone beating RBY. Not even the greatest of all time. So Dayton Fix, his Instagram handle is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And he hasn't beat RBY yet.
0 national championship?
He's zero
RBY's got
national
his
champ-
number right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel bad for him. But who do you like here, Zanderlei?
I like McGee from ASU.
ASU,
Him and
baby.
Vito had a good match this year.
That's right.
I'm not sure where that was. They had that duel. It was a flow event, but Those two. Other than that,
It's a RBY fix.
RBY and Fix pretty much. I mean, Mickey Philippi and Sam Latona coming from the ACC.
ACC, bye.
But other than that, yeah, it's just those pretty much those top 5 guys. I don't see anyone. Dayton and Roman Bravo Young pretty much have it.
You have
I would think.
RBY taking it all again
I think so.
from.
From Penn State.
No, come on, Papa.
From who?
Where's RBY from? From
Oh, Arizona.
Tucson, baby.
Tucson.
In the hoods of Tucson.
Heads of
Cyclones.
Tucson.
Hood of Tucson. So now to 141, another kid from New Mexico, tough as nails,
Yeah.
whose childhood dream. I've talked to his dad many times. His dad's OG, tough dude. They grew up in the hood in New Mexico. Tough as
In Albuquerque?
in Albuquerque. His name is Riel Woods, and his dream was to go to Stanford. And kind of crazy. So he's from there, but went to high school to wrestle with Izzy, who's a big MMA coach, and he coaches at Montini Catholic in Chicago. He went to go wrestle for him in high school. Stud. Went to Stanford, graduated.
Wow.
And he did what he said he was going to do, left Stanford, and now he's at Iowa.
Which is a perfect fit for him. I think.
He's just a tough dude.
So is he winning this?
So he is the number 1 seed at 141. Number 2, Cole Matthews. Short vato, mean as hell,
From Pittsburgh.
from Pittsburgh in the ACC, who won it last year,
yeah.
right?
Oh, wow, okay.
Cole. And then you have
Andrew Alirez.
Alirez.
That's the one. That's what I think is probably going to be the
Alirez,
finals.
Northern Colorado. Him and Sonny were on a, but this dude is legit. This dude was the number 1 ranked guy coming out of high school, recruited by everyone, and he's from Colorado, 4-time state champ, and
Wow.
he stayed in Northern Colorado
Yeah, UNC.
and the other UNC. So
You know who we have as a number 1 seed at Pac-12s?
Cleveland
got-
Belton, baby.
Cleveland Belton.
Shout out to Cleveland Belton. When you want to say someone's been in this house, his mom was just
Cleve
here
guy.
last week.
Cleve guy.
So Cleveland Belton, the number 1 seed in the Pac-12. Cleveland,
That's Oregon State?
Oregon State.
Yes,
he
sir.
was at ASU, and now he's with a great coach and a great program. Not that Arizona State's not, but he found his niche there.
He's home.
He's home. Jesse Vasquez hurt, not wrestling, which is a bummer. Jesse,
Yeah.
4-time state champion. There's only been 2 of them in California, Rafa. There's only been 2 4-timers.
3 now. He was
Oh
the
yeah,
third, I think.
Neville's.
Neville's, well, now 4 then because Justin Mejia,
Justin Mejia won.
Neville's,
2,
Jesse, and then before that it was somebody that wrestled with Azevedo.
Uh,
Daryl Vasquez.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bakersfield. Daryl Vasquez.
Yeah.
You went to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
So,
Cecilia said, notice how they're all West Coast, all the West Coast wrestlers.
woo,
Yep,
told
exactly.
that shit. So,
Exactly.
so,
No
re-
gang banging on this
so-
show, guys. Please.
that's my mom gang banging.
Yeah.
West
We're
Side.
speaking wrestling
My
here,
mom's
okay?
throwing up the W's.
Listen, there's no gangsters out there.
So Riel
The guys
Woods.
Higher
wearing
the
all
socks
blue.
and downer the fool. He's in all blue, eh? God, Nebraska must get crazy
Listen,
and all red.
there's some studs at this weight class. I
Bo
love
Bartlett.
Bo-
Seed at Big Tens.
Bo
at Penn
Bartlett.
State.
Also been in this house.
I think Cale
Let us
Sanderson knows how to get those guys on that team. He knows how to get them ready for that last push of the postseason.
Guys, if you
He
notice
always
from
knows.
this segment, by the way, Eddie knows a lot of wrestlers. If you keep saying that, people are going to be like, Eddie's hosting matches. This motherfucker's got backyard wrestling.
Fight Club.
Fight Club back here.
First rule of Fight Club, Rafa. We don't talk about
That
Fight
that's what it
Club.
knows. That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
He's been here too.
He's been here too.
Yes. So, 141. I love a Rial and Andrew Alvarez final. Who would you give the nod to?
I think I would give it to Real Woods. I think his time is due.
He's just been so consistent and such.
I think
a
with the
badass.
Iowa room, with the Iowa room with the Brands brothers behind you like that, that's a lot of
Iowa,
it's a
man.
lot of motivation.
I-
They get him ready too.
I got to get Rafa into wrestling, man. He would
Yeah.
dig it because
Dude, I only watched Sonny. That was
yeah,
it.
you know Rafa is a Flow Wrestler
I'm a
subscriber.
member. I'm a
He
subscriber. I
watches
get all the
it,
emails.
yes.
I get the highlights. I get everything.
Dude, he's like Sonny's up on mat 9. I'm like,
In the
oh shit.
Oh, thanks.
I got it alerted. I get a text message. I get the whole 9.
So 149. Are we going? Is Yanni going for his fourth?
Is it 4?
God, I feel like I feel like it might be 4. Maybe I don't know if Eddie could pull this up. What is Yanni
Oh, I don't know. if you can spell this one.
Diamalkahalis?
Uh-oh.
YAA.
Is he Greek?
N
Oh,
I. Yes, he
yes.
is.
Why you say, oh, yeah, like he's super
mean,
Greek.
Diakomahalis.
Yes.
DIAK.
Yanni was the first one actually to, in his about 3 years ago, during the tournament, second round, screwed up his knee. Come to find out, blew out his knee. And won 3 more matches, Rafa.
Wow.
Imagine
These
this
guys are monsters.
And,
They're
and
scary.
here's the
They're a
thing,
little
like
scary.
it's not like they're not using their knee. When you're wrestling, people are wrenching on your knee. So the number 1 seed is Yanni. Then you have Austin Gomez. Austin, another G.
Who said he's gonna be wrestling at Big Tens? Chris Bono said he's gonna be wrestling.
Wow. And then Sammy Sasso. How cool is that?
That's a
a
deep
badass
weight
name.
class.
Also,
Sammy Sasso, yeah.
been in this house. Sammy's been to the finals, but
What weight class is this?
this is
149.
149. But
What do you think, Shanae? Who's winning 149?
Yanni.
Wow.
Yes, Yanni probably my favorite wrestler.
Probably Yanni's greatest hits.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Who do
So
you?
this will be his third if he wins it?
This is his 3rd title.
In a row, no.
Yes, it has to be.
I don't know.
It has to be.
Might have taken a COVID year.
Yeah, I
can't remember.
thought
Who do you have here, Zanderlei?
I think Yanni as well, but I see Kyle Parko and Jaden Abbas causing serious problems for whoever else is in that bracket. I think
Dude,
whoever the top
Kyle
4
Parko, California State champion, stud.
peaked at the right time.
California, De La Salle, by the way.
And Jaden Abbas is California too.
Yes. So now let's go to 157.
This Sonny's division.
Probably my favorite weight class, right? Number 1 seed, Peyton Robb, Nebraska. Tough as nails. Number 2 seed,
Austin O'Connor.
Austin O'Connor. He comes out. His song is what was that movie? The Irish movie.
The town?
Not The Town. The other one with
Departed?
Dude, he comes out and they're from Chicago, and I love Mike O'Connor. He follows on Instagram. I got to get a hold of Mike. He's from Chicago.
Okay.
He had hot dogs and beers, and we're going to Chicago. This dude, they're the best.
Don't get a hold of him
people in the
after
world.
that impression.
Oh, dude, he is the best. I was thinking about Mike today, but Austin is UNC's first national champion after 20 years. He won it against Sammy 2 years ago, and then Austin bumped up to 157, and he blew out his knee before. Are you getting the theme here?
Yeah.
Before ACCs, and he barely made it and qualified. So he gets to the championships. He loses his first match to some dude from Citadel, Deshaun Kaiser, right?
Not the quarterback.
Not the quarterback. And Austin on one leg and a torn ACL fights all the way back and makes All-American. It was just the guttiest shit. Literally that night after he made it at our hotel, they wheeled him in a fucking wheelchair, dude.
That's awesome.
And Austin is the number 2 seed. Austin lost to Peyton couple last year. Austin was going through some stuff. And, this is obviously a little jaded, but Austin I'm so glad that my son got to wrestle with this kid. This kid is the epitome of toughness. He will be a UFC champion one day. He will train with DC when all this is said and done. And Austin O'Connor will be a superstar, Shanae.
You're taking him.
I'm taking him to beat Peyton Robb.
Yes, he will be the
Have they wrestled each
157.
other? Have they wrestled each other this year or no?
Not this year. Austin's undefeated this year. He's a man on the mission. If you ask Sonny wrestles him every day, and it's
Him and
He's gonna win it.
him and Bryce Andonian should be in the finals this weekend for ACC.
yes.
He just
Bryce
beat Bryce Andonian.
Oh, really? Before the
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago. Shanae's
Where's Bryce
perfect.
from? North Carolina State?
No, he
Virginia
is
Virginia Tech.
Oh, okay.
Another stud from St. Ed's, Ohio. Andonian.
deep weight class.
He hasn't been here.
No,
But-
he has
No,
not.
Bryce has not been here.
He didn't come
Yes.
for Matt Madness.
You know who's on this
Eddie's
list,
pad.
but who's been here but is not wrestling? Ja'Cory Teamer from ASU, from New York.
He was at Mad Madness.
Is he wrestling
Eddie's.
this year?
No.
No, injured, tore a pec, I believe. But that's my call. Oh, O'Connor, Peyton Robb.
I would think O'Connor as well.
I'm hoping O'Connor. Austin, good luck to you. Mike and his wife, amazing people from Chicago.
Chicago.
That's 157. Now let's go to maybe the second or first best weight class, 165.
Most anticipated for sure.
Woo!
Most anticipated for sure.
There's
And
some
they're going to
dudes
wrestle
here?
this weekend, most likely.
Yes.
They're probably going to wrestle this weekend.
So David Carr, Sonny, you've seen when we were in Spain, that's who Sonny lost to.
Oh,
in
yes,
Spain.
yes.
The USA representative.
Yes.
Super stud David Carr comes from a lineage. He's the number 1 seed. He just beat Keegan O'Toole, who was the champion last year. Handled him pretty well. But then the three seed is Cam Amin from the Amin family, University of Michigan. Dean Amity, super stud. Sonny wrestled him. That didn't go too well.
Shane Griffith still.
Shane Griffith. You know who just beat Shane Griffith? Who just Shanae knows.
California.
Matt Olguin.
Matt Olguin, Buchanan High School. Huge upset. Shane Griffith from a Bergen Catholic, New Jersey, but saved Stanford Wrestling.
Literally.
Single
Literally
hand.
he did.
So in 2020, I don't know if you know this.
Probably not.
Stanford was going to eliminate 7 or 11 programs,
And that was one.
and wrestling was one. And it was done. It wasn't even up for grab. They had eliminated, this was last year, and Shane Griffith goes to the championship. And it's a big thing on ESPN on Sunday. A lot of people watch. And he won it, and the crowd, what they do, they stood up, they chanted.
Save Stanford Wrestling. They were chanting
Yeah.
Save Stanford Wrestling.
It was just an incredible moment. And you know what they did? They freaking saved it.
It's awesome.
Shane Griffith
Gives you the chills.
They
It
didn't
was-
they didn't even get to wear gear or anything last
No,
year.
he
had
wore
to wear
black
a black
he
singlet.
wore a
singlet,
black singlet. He wore
Really?
a black, yeah. He wore
What
black.
color's your singlet?
My singlet?
Yeah.
yeah. Teal.
Oh, Sinead's.
Teal
I
and
look like a
silver.
big chorizo, like ready to burst. If you put me in a singlet, you want to fry me.
I'd pay to see that. I'd pay to see that.
So when I
On
had,
the show live, I would pay.
I had really bad back knee
Uh-oh.
in high school, so I was ashamed. Like I had these monster zits. Like it didn't have a lot, but there was like Mount Washington or Vesuvius, like just one huge fucking zit on the back. I didn't like it. But anyways,
Jesus.
that's another story. Yeah. We're a little bit off topic. But 165, crazy weight class. Who do you like, Xander? Lane?
I'm taking David Carr. I think him riding Keegan O'Toole out in the third period
That
for
was
2 minutes,
impressive.
that's demeaning. It's demeaning for
Impressive.
somebody.
And David Carr upset last year in the early rounds. I mean, it happens every year. It's a lot like March Madness. Dude.
Yeah, that tournament.
There's
Really?
there's
Something about that tournament. Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, there's 33 people that make it to each. You have to be the top 33 in the
At the
country.
weight class.
In the weight class. And that's
Okay.
all. The bracket's 33. That's
One
it.
number 1 seed gets to buy, right?
The,
Or how does that
maybe.
work?
How's that work?
yeah,
Xander?
I'm not sure. It depends because they have one pigtail now.
Like a
'cause they take
pigtail,
33,
yeah.
So someone has to
But
go.
usually, like they'll, the 1 seed. I think the closest it's ever come is Kennedy Monday beat Joey Lavalier as the number 2 seed, and Kennedy was in the 30s. That's I don't
The
think
closest it's
the
ever
closest ever come. Like
I
the biggest
remember
upset.
going to the NCAA's in 2015 and watching Zeke Moisey tear through everybody at 125
from West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yes.
Pinned Thomas Gilman in the semis, made it to the finals, ended
Made it
up
to
hurting
the-
himself, I think, against Tomasello. But
Yes.
he beat Nashawn Garrett
What was
second
his
round.
rank?
He was I don't even think he was seeded that tournament.
Wow.
It had to be maybe 13.
So these tournaments are amazing, and you could relate to this, Rafa. So how we got into this, we put our boys into San Fernando Boys and Girls Club in Pacoima, but it's called San Fernando Boys and Girls Club. And one of our teammates / whatever, he went to San Fernando High, and there's only been 1 or 2 champions from the city section that have ever won a state championship, because you have your CIF and Johnny Prada,
Yeah.
number
26 I don't even know what he
126
is.
pounder.
126
maybe
pounder.
13
I
or
think
something
he
crazy.
was like a 20 seed, and he just started winning, and we had never been to a California state tournament, and someone called us. We stopped. They're like, Johnny is in the semifinals. We got in our car and rushed to Bakersfield
Wow.
and watched Johnny Prada from San Fernando High School
That was awesome.
upset,
Wyatt
and he
Wyckoff.
won Wyatt Wyckoff and won a state championship
That's
from
awesome.
San Fernando High.
Wow.
Put city section on the map. Shout out to Johnny, great artist. But that's what the tournament's about. It doesn't matter. You could win it from anywhere. You get hot.
Everyone's record is 0-0 when you go into that tournament.
Yeah.
No matter what happened throughout the year, it doesn't really matter. That's the one tournament where you could just make it happen.
So O'Toole doesn't make the adjustments. We have Carr winning.
I think he makes the adjustments. I just think David Carr just might be the better
So
wrestler. Just from my opinion, just from seeing what I've seen. I think getting ridden out is a big mental thing for somebody too. To get
Yeah.
ridden out for 2 in the third period.
174, the favorite by far. Carter Starachi, Penn State. What a stud. Is it Starachi or Staraki, Shanae?
Starochi maybe.
Who knows?
Staraki.
Is anybody beating him?
Mikey Labriola from Nebraska is a 2 seed right now. Mecky Lewis, who was a past NCAA champ.
Is
Mackay-
anybody
Mackay
beating him?
Lewis.
Mackay Lewis. No one's beating him.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
don't see.
Here, I got a quick funny story about Carter Starachi.
Uh-oh.
So we fly to the Journeyman Classic in Schenectady, New York. It's Ruben and I were coaching. We brought about 5 or 6 kids to wrestle in this amazing tournament. And Ruben is coaching another kid, and he's like, "Hey, go coach Haas." And I'm like, and Haas is a 2-time California state champion. He looks like a
Hasaraptor.
yeah, he's just a maniac. So I'm in his corner. I'm feeling good about myself.
Right.
And this kid comes up, and Cale Sanderson and his brother pop up right like next to him, like, oh, Haas. And these are the coaches from Penn State.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And the best coaches, they've won the last 9 champions. I'm like, Haas, here we go, baby. We have Cale Sanderson. They're looking at you. And I'm there, and Carter Starachi, I didn't know who Carter Starachi was at the time. And he destroys Haas in like 30 seconds. And Ruben runs over. He's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't think they were here to see Haas. I think they were here to see that kid. So, Carter Starachi, stud. He's taking 174.
Yeah, he won last year.
Yeah, he's just a super stud. And he will be another MMA champion. He's already said it. That's him. 184. Aaron Brooks, Penn
Aaron
State.
Brooks is taking it again.
Yeah, I don't.
Parker.
I know he lost, but I think Aaron
Who did
Brooks
he
is
lose
going
to?
to take it. He lost to the guy from no,
He
Northern
lost
Iowa?
to Cornell.
wasn't Northern Iowa or something.
No, it was I forget. Anyways,
He's not losing this time.
he's not losing. Aaron Brooks,
I can't remember.
amazing.
Yeah,
I
they
wanna
have-
How many
say it's
guys
Northern
does Penn
Iowa.
State
I
have
wanna
at
say
the top?
Can you look it up, Eddie?
Parker-
I think it's
Parker
Northern
Kakison?
Iowa.
I've showed
Parker
you.
Kakison's
I've
a
showed
2
you.
seed right now.
Sinead, remember in Vegas, I said this is Parker right here. He's amazing from Northern Iowa.
Sophomore.
He's unbelievable. But that's not.
Yeah, Trent Headley, Marcus Coleman.
Yeah.
Trey Munoz, shout out California.
Shout out to Trey, his dad, MMA
Munoz,
legend,
legend.
MMA legend. 197. He asked, how many guys does Penn State have? They have at least every year. They've had at least 4 or 5
Champions?
Champions.
Yeah,
the
at
rest are
least.
It's
Pretty
How
good.
many
The
weight
number one.
classes is it?
there's 10
10.
So they win like almost half.
Half.
usually.
They
Usually
won-
Wow.
it's clinched by the time the finals start, and that's not even when they
Penn
start
State
winning.
has won.
Like they clinch it before the finals. Even a couple. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. They clinched it before the finals started, and then they had 4 champions.
Wow.
So it's that serious.
Penn State
Yeah,
has won 9 out of the last 10 national championships.
They figured it out.
It's they have a factory.
They figured it out. It's fun.
Factory.
Everyone that goes there always says that I have fun.
That's the one thing that exactly no one knows. They're very secretive of what they do, but every kid after they won, they said, "We're just having fun."
Yeah, we
and
play
wrestling
wrestle.
is not fun.
Yeah, it's not at
So
all.
I'm not
It's
sure
not.
what they're doing,
I don't know.
but they're doing it right. 197, Max Dean. Guess from where, Rafa?
No idea.
Penn State.
Oh,
Number
surprise,
one
surprise.
seed. Surprise, surprise.
Jeez.
Um,
Shocker.
Yeah, Michael Beard, the 2 seed. There's no one. Nino Bonacorsi maybe won it last year.
Yeah, they have him as a 1 seed here. That I'm looking on
Bernie Trucks.
Intermat.
Bernie,
yeah.
Bernie, who got a horrible seed.
For this weekend or for the?
They had him at 33 a couple
Really?
weeks ago. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
Bernie Trucks, I think, took third. Cal Poly kid from San Diego.
This weekend he's got to win.
He's gonna win this. Bumps up to 197.
Big.
I see a Bernie Trucks, Max Dean, final,
That would be sweet.
and I'll give it to
This weekend
Yeah.
for
No.
no,
The
for
we're
Matt
talking,
Madness,
we're talking
Matt
about
Madness.
championship.
oh.
I have a funny story
But
about.
it's still qualifiers this weekend.
I have a funny story about Bernie
No,
Trucks.
no, you're taking us off. Let's
Well,
go. Yeah.
Okay.
he was here in the backyard. So it was
Let's move it
a
on.
yeah.
All right. It was really
So
good.
it was a 90-degree afternoon.
Yes. 285 heavyweight.
285?
Yeah.
285 is the max limit. Yeah.
Max.
285.
And there were guys. There was this guy Adam Kuhn from Michigan that was cutting to make that, and he
Yeah.
was a big
He was
boy.
rocket scientist.
He was the astrophysicist.
Yes.
Very
Michigan.
smart man. 285 pounds.
Yes.
But yeah,
Wow.
there's no one. I mean, Mason Paris,
There's
Greg Kirkvliet from Penn State.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Mason's winning for Michigan.
Yeah.
Super stud. That's Matt Madness, baby. I'm hoping, I'm praying to God that Rafa has the pull to get some wrestling on at the Bellagio.
Oh, dude,
We'll
you're
see.
gonna have to deal with 400 screaming
Yes.
fans there from
Yes.
small schools like Stony Brook.
Yeah, and
Who
Stony
won
Brook,
the-
Davidson,
Oh, Davidson fans want him on the big screen.
Richmond.
Richmond,
it's,
yeah.
It's awesome. So
I want Iona on the big TV, bro. Okay, only because they're playing Kansas. Go.
So that's our Matt Madness. We thought we'd give it some love. You know, wrestling doesn't get much love, but